My name is Teresa Micheletti, and this site is called Take What Rings True. So, the whole idea is I'm going to share some of my spiritual thoughts, and you can believe it or not. So, take what rings true to you and let the rest go. Today, I want to talk about psychic attack. Now, psychic attack is when all of a sudden, for no good reason, you start feeling negative. It can often be a sudden stomach ache, a sudden headache that doesn't have any foundation. It's like, why do I have a stomach ache? I'm not sick. I've been doubled over sometimes with a psychic attack. So, the best thing to do is keep your vibration higher and to use tools of protection. So, I've talked about tools of protection. You can check that in another video. And I suggest the main thing to do is put a bubble of white blue flame around you, which neutralizes any negativity coming toward you. Now, negativity. Obviously, you know what positive is. Negative would be the opposite. It's all energy, but we just feel it differently. Sometimes you walk into a room and it's like, whoa, this is a negative room, or I feel like this is a pall on my feelings, a pall on my environment. Sometimes, all of a sudden, you feel like you're being attacked. When I speak in public, sometimes all of a sudden, the words just drop away. I can't think of what I was going to say next. Even if I have my notes in front of me, sometimes it's like it just goes away. So, and that's usually psychic attack. It's not usually intentional. It's someone in the audience that's thinking, well, I'd like to be up there doing that instead of her. Or, um, I don't like what she's saying, or I should have more speaking time than she does, or whatever. Negative thoughts come towards you. If you're at all empathic, you can pick those up. So sometimes the signal is you feel depressed for no reason. You wake up and you feel total futility. You feel despair. It could be as you wake up, it could be during the day, anytime. Often I know it's a psychic attack because I'm going along just fine. Everything's wonderful. I'm having a good time. I feel joyful. And then all of a sudden, I don't. It's like I can't think of the tools of protection, which is why I suggested you come up with a code. You put all your tools for the day that you want to have every day, and you think of a code word. Mine's code blue, but you could put code green or serendipity. Doesn't matter what it is, but just so that you know all the tools get engaged. So if I cannot even think of my tools, I can't bring them to mind or say them out loud what I want, like the blue light, blue flame light around me, um, then it's most likely what's called a psychic attack. It could be someone intentionally jealous of you and sending you negativity, like, I don't like that person, blah, 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 whatever it is. Or it could be just accidental. You walk through a room and there's just negative energy in there. Or you walk down the sidewalk and there's negative energy. So, lots of signs. Depression, I already talked about, despair. All of a sudden, you're worried about things you never worry about. Or you wake up feeling dread, like, oh, this is going to be an awful day. It's like, why would you wake up with that feeling? You wouldn't. Or you feel like something's like just getting at your mind and getting in the way like a claw. You might feel really tired for no reason. Now, there could be other reasons to be tired. So, but that's one signal for it. You might be having strange, awful dreams. Please, 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 before you go to sleep each night, Surround yourself with a circle of angels and ask them to protect you in all ways possible, to deflect any negativity. Angels are just waiting. Throngs of angels are waiting for you to give them permission to help you. This is a free will planet. We have to ask for protection. So give angels protection, give angels permission to protect you. So if it gets dark and all of a sudden you feel uneasy, and you usually don't feel uneasy when it's dark, it's probably a psychic attack. All of a sudden you have weird feelings, butterflies in your stomach for no reason. It's like, okay, I'm just sitting in the chair reading my book. I shouldn't be having these feelings. This is a comic book. Well, it could be literally a comic book, but I was thinking of a book that was funny. Anyway, all of a sudden you're irritable or moody for no reason. Now, of course, we can get moody. You have PMS. You've just had a fight with your boss. Of course, you can be moody. But if you seem to be moody, check yourself. It's like, is there a reason for this? All of a sudden, you're short-tempered. And the classic one, you don't believe in yourself anymore. No, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I can't do that. That feeling, low self-esteem, you're just fine. And all of a sudden it's like, you're not good enough. You just believe that you do not have what it takes to do whatever you're trying to do. The one that gets me the most is strange physical pains. I talked about feeling doubled over in my solar plexus, my stomach, or you might have an intense backache for no reason, or nausea for no reason, or being confused. That comes over me if I'm being psychically attacked. I get confused. I can't think of the tools of protection. I'm off balance. Sometimes you could be clumsy. I can be clumsy without being psychically attacked. But those are all different signs. Most of them I learned from trance classes. I used to go to trance classes where a spirit guide would come in. Sylvia Brown was my mentor, and we would have classes. And Sylvia was a trance medium psychic. She would go sit on a bench on the other side. Her spirit guide would come into her body for like an hour and teach us stuff. And one of the things that they taught us was there's such a thing as psychic attack. And to beware, it's not always you. Thankfully, it's not always you. Sometimes it's other people, other entities sending you negative thoughts. Sometimes just because those kind of dark entities that just think dark thoughts and want to make your life be miserable, like narcissists who just decide that you're not following their puppetry thing, so they'll just send you some negative energy. So put up a wall of blue flame. Surround yourself with a bubble of blue flame. So when negativity comes to you, it just goes to that blue flame, gets burned out, and falls to the ground. You don't always have to send it back to them. I know we used to say, put a mirror encasement around you, and that sends the energy back to the person. Now, sometimes that's useful because I've had, when I was teaching school in my past life here on Earth, here in this life, when I was teaching school, sometimes I'd get an uncle or a parent who would come in and just blast me for what their child was doing. Maybe they were being really rude. They were being the mean girl. And so therefore they were attacking me because their child was the mean girl and I called them on it. So I could put up a mirror and have them face what they were saying. It's like it gets reflected back to them. So they would stop and think, okay, it's my child that's being mean to all these other kids. Maybe I need to think about it. So mirrors work, but it's often counterproductive because if you're sending negativity back to someone who just likes negativity, it makes them stronger. And then they send more negativity back to you, and you have this cycle. So the blue flame just stops it cold. just lets it drop to the ground. It's like, okay, this is not affecting me anymore. So you can send more, but it's not going to affect me. And it sort of makes them go away. What do they call it? Extinction. In psychology, they call it extinction, where you're not reacting to some person's inappropriate behavior. So now, number one, ask for angels to be around you. Ask for angels to be around you each day, a circle of angels. I have a friend who puts a circle of angels facing in, protecting them in all ways possible, and then another circle of angels around facing out, protecting them from the environment and anything that's happening and helping them in all ways possible. So they have 2 circles of angels. There's enough angels to do that. You can do that every day. So you can have surrounded angels in the daytime and at night before you go to sleep. Do it before you go to sleep if you're having bad dreams. I would say do it before you go to sleep, period, because it helps you. It helps you have a better day. It helps you have better dreams. It just helps you feel better because the angels are there and they're more than willing to help if you give them permission and be specific. What do you want them to do? So use angels, use a blue flame. Be aware when you're having feelings, when you're having aches and pains or thoughts that don't make any sense. All of a sudden you're irritable and moody. It's like, where did that come from? Okay, maybe it's psychic attack. I'm going to put up a blue flame around me. I'm going to have it, go through my body and neutralize any negativity. I'm going to ask for angels to be around me. So you could even have a special code just for psychic attack. Code Superman, whatever. So be aware of the feelings that you have. Be aware of the aches and pains that you have. Be aware of being off balance and clumsy or feeling confused when you shouldn't be. There's no reason for it. And then that's a signal that it might be psychic attack. Okay, maybe it's not psychic attack. You could still protect yourself. You can still surround yourself with a blue flame. It doesn't hurt anything. So there is such a thing as psychic attack. It helps if you raise your vibration, because in a lot of the time, it's like you're above all the negativity, because the negativity, that kind of negativity is working at a low vibration level. So if you are keeping yourself up at a higher vibration, then you often aren't affected by it at all. It just bypasses you. It's like it's going underneath you. You're way up here. If you don't know how to raise your vibration, you can find things online, but I can tell you, you can go to my meditations. It's on Learn It Live. Look for Peace of Mind meditations, and you can join for free. And I have 2 30-minute meditations on there already, and I'm going to do 12 of them in all, 1 a month. And the first 2 of them raise your vibration at the very beginning of the meditation. So if you don't know how to do that, one way you can do it is go to my free meditation, listen to it, and it will raise your vibration. And I have the angels helping you raise your vibration. It's not hard. So let's go over that again. Weird pains, unexplained pains that don't make any sense, weird feelings, off feelings, feeling off balance, or having strange dreams. If you think that you have some feelings or some pains that don't make any sense, then you might first protect yourself from psychic attack using tools of protection. White blue flame is a good one. Ask for angels to be around you to deflect the negativity and neutralize the negativity. They can clear you. They can clear your room. Tell them specifically what you want them to do. And then Take a breath, raise your vibration. And then usually you'll be above all this falderall. But I forget sometimes to do that. And this is a free will planet, so you have to do it every day. Protect yourself every day. So, those are the things that I was thinking of for the problem or the situation of psychic attack. So take a breath and be good to yourself today. Surround yourself with a blue flame. Ask for angels to be around you. And I hope to see you next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And have a fantastic week. Now, if you want to go to my meditations again, the free meditations, you can go to Learn It Live, then look up Peace of Mind Meditations, and you'll find 2 meditations. You can just listen to the first part of it if you want to raise your vibration. So you can also go to the Wellness Universe, go to my page, my profile page, Teresa Micheletti, and on the upper right-hand side, there's a link for classes. Click on the link and then write in Peace of Mind Meditations. And I think you can just write in Peace of Mind and it'll connect you to the free meditations. So thank you for visiting me, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.